Why, hello everyone out there, you amazing people, you Gleekanites, because you're turning into a show, you're tuning into a show, maybe you're turning in, I don't know, I don't know what it looks like over there in your house. A show called Lore of Warcraft, a show that I've been making for years now, where we cover every single thing in the World of Warcraft universe. Today we're going to be starting a new zone. We're going to do the Swamp of Sorrows. It is a short zone. I'm going to dive right in and we'll kind of continue the preamble on the way. So stay a while and listen. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I have a feeling that we're going to have a little bit of travel time ahead of us. Just a pinchy poo. There's not a lot of travel that has to go with the Alliance. Or just because there's not a lot of pre-quests. So what will really set us up here is if we have these quests. So for instance, those two do not take us there. That doesn't technically. I really think we're okay. If you actually, we might as well just skip all that and take a peek over at the spreadsheet. That'll help us do it quicker. So I was about to start Hinterlands, but I've actually been side questing. I did all the mage quests that take me to Sunken Temple, and work week I get to play less. So Hinterlands is ready to be primed to start. Maybe it'll start tomorrow. I have a feeling it will. But we're just a pinch back here. Okay, so of all of these, we have Driftwood, deliver the shipment. None of these start in another place, so we should be good to go right there. So let's pop on over to, how's our bags looking? Are we all empty? Well, we could do a little bit. We have a ton of stones. Oh, it's mostly stones that come from those elementals we were killing. I could save the aquamarine right now. We really don't have actually as many stones as I want, and a lot of them are solid stones. Deep rock salt, lifeless stones. So actually, you know what we'll do? Oh, let's check and see. Since it's mail from the auction house, I did not successfully sell this poison-tipped bone spear. What a bummer. It didn't sell. Alright, we're at full durability, so I'm just going to go into any shop and sell.
Just browsing my wares.
Just empty out the bags before we go. So, gold for that, a little bit for that. Elemental Earth can go to our bag. Those can go to the bag. Bop, bop, bop. Enchanted Water, I'll save it. That's still my Halloween apple sitting in my bag. That's kind of gross. All that solid stone, and we still need 19. Okay, so we're okay. I could take some of that, but you know what? I'll just sit on it for a while. Let's make sure we have the... I must have died on the last episode. It makes sense. I die all the time. This guy / girl says, where are my clothes? Okay, geez, if I had $1 for every time I've had to wake up and say that. Ew. Alright, so we're going to go take a little stroll over. Also, this is the first episode we've done since Fresh launched. We're in a brave new world. Is it going to be different? I don't know. I've only played Alliance since it has. Actually, yeah, that's all I've played. And I have noticed nothing different. Yesterday, I played some Horde. No. I was playing Alliance too. Yesterday I played some Alliance. I did a little bit of questing because I've just really been doing the mage quest line and I haven't had a chance to play too much. So, I mean, it's as far as Alliance goes, that's 75% of the server. Supposedly, that's what people say. I haven't done any research, so I can only take this as news. And I would say that it was still popping off. It was still 90% just keyboard warriors talking politics. You know, we're in a post-election world now, and regardless of... I heard something on the radio today, and it was... not on the radio, like on a podcast, and they were like, you know, in this post-election world, everyone should be taking stock in tissues, because everyone on the side of the left is going to be buying them to wipe up their tears, and everyone on the right is buying them because they're using them to clean up, let's just say, their amorous activities. So, the that's basically what you're seeing in chat. It's just, and what my point of bringing that up was, I actually had an interesting, somebody said, because people were just, there's so much vitriol, you know. Someone can say one thing, even I'm guilty of it myself. I don't do it on this show, but sometimes I can't help myself and I want to make a snarky comment that really just more pokes fun at the extremes. In a way, it's akin to like Matt Parker and Trey Stone when they were on South Park. They really wanted to poke the bear a lot in terms of addressing hypocrisy, and I think that's true. And while I may have political leanings more to one side than the other, I do hate extremism and hypocrisy of either sort. So it's just my nature. And so sometimes I can't help it. I'll make a snarky little comment, and it will stir up the hive. So there was some of that happening, and somebody said, you know, wouldn't it be cool if we lived in a world where the anonymity of playing games behind a keyboard made everyone be like excessively nice to everyone more than they would so in the real life? Because we all know the opposite there. The other flip side of that coin is reality. And again, I'm guilty of this myself. In real life, I shy so hard away from getting into political conversations. I just try not to do it unless I'm like really among people that I know are like-minded for however I feel. At work, it just happened, you know. I might walk into a room where somebody is talking like a pro left-leaning politician's side, you know, maybe a pro Kamala Harris side or something like that. And I will just, you know, neutrally smile and nod and try to exit that situation at work as fast as possible. Same thing. This morning, you know, you walk in and there's a bunch of people discussing. I had two separate incidences today. I had one instance where I walked by a guy and he wants to loudly talk about, you know, his displeasure with the latest Trump nominee for whatever department, and I just I find my neutral comment and I dip, and then I walk later on, and then I have two other guys at work just talking heavily pro-Trump, and you know, just, and the same. My reaction was exactly the same. Neutral comment that doesn't reveal what side I'm on, and bounce. Now, I may have tipped my hand once or twice to you guys, and it's probably cost me some subscribers because that's not what you're here for. And because of that, I'm gonna leave that conversation off right now. And I apologize for diverging so much from it. But the whole really thing that I liked was I liked that idea. I like the idea of us living in a place where, rather than using the anonymity of the keyboard to really loudly both A, state an opinion that we know is going to alienate half of the people around us, and B, using it to be super judgy against those that don't agree with us. What if instead it made us be super understanding, polite, helpful? And sometimes in game terms, people not usually, but often are super helpful. They really, really are. Alright, so I'm just going to go pick up this Encroaching Wildlife. There's a few quests here. Oops, I put a B right there. So if we look at the walkthrough, we have Swamp of Sorrows, and let's look at the quest in order. So, Draenethyst Crystals, Galen's Escape, Noboru the Cudgel. I think we actually already have Noboru the Cudgel. We do. Let's start that quest. Noboru's Cudgel. Noboru has plagued the Draenei of the Harborage for months, and his cudgel is a symbol of the brutality they've suffered at the hands of the Lost Ones. So, we had that because last time we were here, we just accidentally killed him anyway. That's a drop. It's one of 3 drop quests that we will do while we're here. We've picked that one up. Easy peasy. I think we can finish this zone fast, one shot today. Alright, other than that, let's just go for the other quests. So we're going to go hit up Encroaching Wildlife since it's right here. There is a drop quest we need to look for as we run around this Lost Supplies. It can spawn multiple spots, maybe more than just that. There's that quest as well, and when we go to get that, we're going to also do Galen's Escape. There's really not that much. Alright, so this dude right here.
My caravan was destined for the eastern coast, but we did not reach our goal. Lost Ones attacked us, killing guards and dashing supplies. I alone survived their assault. I have sworn to protect what supplies remain, but wild creatures skulk near. Please, help me defend my camp from the beasts.
So easy peasy. He just wants us to go around, kill stuff that we see, and we're going to do that. And we're gonna, as we do it, we're going to make our way to some other things. So we need to kill 10 jaguars. Questy's being a little bit of a pain in the butthole today. Can't open it manually while we're in combat, of course. We also need to kill 10 spiders. And we also need to kill 8 crocodiles. Not hard at all. These, all of these mobs, they're plentiful in the region. This is just basically free real estate as we walk around. Okay. Excusez-moi. I had to go to the dentist today, guys. So I survived. Thank you, thank you. You know, I had a weird experience at the dentist. So I've been going to the same dentist for 7 to 8 years, somewhere in that ballpark. And I'm on a plan because of my rotten teeth. I have to go. I used to have to go 4 times a year, once every 3 months, but they've recently finally graduated me after the past 5 years of going 4 times a year. They've graduated me down to 3 times a year. Hallelujah. And because of that time, I've seen a lot of dental hygienists come and go. A lot of my friends. One of them was a family friend when I first started there. She retired. We had another girl work there a couple years. She left. So, and you know, they typically try to keep you with the same hygienist. I don't know if they have kind of like a patient load or something. I don't know. And you know, some of them make small talk, and you can tell they keep little notes. And it's like, I see you at most 4 times a year. Do I really think you remember? You know, it's like the Michael Scott episode where he brings out the Rolodex, and it's like of Michael Scott on The Office, where he's like, "Oh, hello, you are, you know, what's up, John, with daughters aged 6 and 4, varsity basketball." Like, it's like they do something like that. It feels like. I'm gonna go one of these blue ones. We're just gonna do it one time. You can do Lost Supplies infinity times. I'll kind of explain it when we get it. So they all have these different bedside banners, these different styles of being, you know, a hygienist, and some I like more than others. And whatever, that's life. Today, for the first time ever, I had a hygienist whose kind of bedside manner style was 100% silence at all times. I mean, there was no music in that room. There was no talking. There was no small banter. There was no, oh, you know, your back tooth looks like you could floss behind that one a little bit better. Use the water pick more. There was nothing. Zero conversation. It was crazy. I don't know. Then the whole time, that I'm fixated on that. I'm like, why is she saying nothing? Did I do something? Does my breath stink? Now, it wasn't my normal lady. She swapped shifts with the lady who I've had for the past year or so. She swapped shifts with that lady. So this is not my normal hygienist. So maybe that's part of it. She's like, I don't have any investment in this dude. Like, I probably will never be seeing his teeth again. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys have, if any of you are hygienists out there or dentists or work in that arena and you have some input to that. I wonder too. I had to refill out my medical survey and it was like, did I write something? There was an issue with blood pressure in the beginning where lately they've been taking my blood pressure before. And it was like, when she took it, it was like 187 or something. And she's like, whoa, what is wrong with you? And I was like, she's like, do you have high blood pressure? I'm like, no. She's like, are you on medication or like drugs? I'm like, no. But what had happened was like, I had these like bands on, plastic wrist things that I wear to work. I bought them from like some kids that, like my son was in this club, like a little anti-vaping tobacco club or whatever, and you can pay like $1 to get like a wristband that's like, I support tobacco-free world or whatever. So, I don't know. I just wear it sometimes, just to kind of like show solidarity for my kids, and I don't know. I'm just trying. Even though it's not, I take it off immediately when I get home. But if I think I'm going to be in a public space, I wear it for the kids. Anyhow, I had that thing on, and I guess it like to put the cuff on, I slipped them down, and it must have like tightened around my arm. All right, so enough of my real life. I've digressed too much. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making my way through the swamp back here. I'm trying to check these different supply spots. That's really the method to my madness. And I feel like, hey, on the way, I'm just going to kill every mob I see because they're all needed. Already killed 7 spinners, 3 jaguars, and 3 crocolisks. And, yeah. There you go. Almost done with the spinners. So we're getting white spider meat out of that, too, which is great. That's one of the few recipes we have that will give us, right there, that spider sausage. That gives us, and it requires no herbs either. Yeah, but truly there's like 6 or 7 quests in the zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8. So 8 quests. One of them is technically done. That Lost Supply one is easy. In Misty Valley, this is going to give us some... The Sunken Temple is over here. I just did that today, too. That was fun. I've now done it twice. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of Sunken Temple. I'm on the fence about whether we're going to do it twice or not, because when we do Sunken Temple... I'm trying to not fight all these swamp walkers. Sunken Temple is... I think every class has a quest there, I believe. So far I can vouch for 100% certainty Mage and Druid do. And the... I'm looking around. The gear in there is really good, is what I was going to say. It's worth it. But I don't know. I don't want to run it twice on this, whatever we're doing now. All right, so that place had none either. We're going to make our way over to this guy. And because allegedly there's 2 other spots we can check. So we're going to check them. If neither of those spots have excuse me, have the Lost Supply spawn thing, then we're gonna look online, because I believe there's actually a few more other ones that aren't listed by Questy. So what it is basically you're finding a crate. I think you can indefinitely find them and turn them in. So if people are farming them, that could hurt us. Why would you farm them? I believe when you turn them in, they give like a pop. If you pop the hood, they give a across the board alliance rep bonus. So it's a way to get, I think you can take it all the way to exalted with like all the factions on the alliance if you so desired. And I don't know what the other ways are to do that. Of course, questing. But once we finish every quest in the game, if we're not exalted, I think you are relegated to doing, I don't know. If the queue is horrible tomorrow for the fresh, we might have... Yeah, we'll see. People are talking... I don't know what they're... Are they... I guess what's tomorrow? Thursday? What? So why are they... Oh, there's someone... Look, I'm gonna get that spider. What is this thing? Oh, he's like trapped. Alright, so I don't know what they were doing, but it's evading. I can't kill it, but I'm gonna get this ore. Both to level up my... Oh, sweet. I think we needed, what, 220 to be able to get true silver when we see it, so we're 1 thing away from that. And, you know, we're trying to get up to mithril. I think 200 will give us mithril. I think. So we're 3 points there. And we definitely need iron, too. I think there's enough space for everyone. Fresh will be fun, but it won't be 2019. I'm guessing... I don't know what 2019... What they mean by that. Oh, like when Burning Crusade Classic first came out. And it probably, like, it obliterated the servers. That's my guess, what they're implying with that statement. Okay. Alright, getting close. Now, I think this quest that we're on right now for killing, I think this is the only one that actually has, like, is considered a quote-unquote chain. So that one will lead us somewhat. My goal, of course, on weekday nights is to try to finish by 9:30, but since I did Sunken Temple, that slowed me down. And I'm just gonna, whatever. My son stayed home late from school today, so, he stayed home sick, so he slept like all day. So if he does end up going to school tomorrow, it's okay if he stays up pitch late. He slept all day. So first we're going to turn in this. He says, "We spent so much of our lives in flight. Memories of peaceful times grow ever more distant. Greetings and welcome to the Harbor Age. You have gained the weapon of the dreaded Noboru. Is he then dead? This is a joyous day for the Harbor Age. Noboru and his gang were a terror to us, wandering these swamps and killing any Draenei that crossed his path. He was a direct threat to our survival, and we did not have the strength to face him. We are fortunate to have a friend in you, Contessa." Notice they call themselves the Draenei. So that's interesting, because the true Draenei, as a Burning Crusade, these guys, they do not consider these things Draenei. Draenethyst Crystals. "The lost ones who live in the fallow sanctuary look as we look, but they are monsters, driven mad by the rigors of our journey to Azeroth. Once our brethren, they now live in the fallow sanctuary to the east, catching or killing any who wander near, and they have stolen something sacred to us, Draenethyst Crystals. We lack the force to enter the fallow sanctuary and reclaim our stolen Draenethyst from among their huts and campfires, but without those crystals, we do. We lose our way." Alright, so let's go back over here. Or maybe they do consider them Draenei. I don't think no. Alright, so Draenethyst Crystals is the other of the three neutral. Dang it. Spend some of these out. Not that there's very many. There is an escort. That escort can be a little tricky. We're going to have to go do that too. Alright, so now we're going to make our way over to the other lost chest, which is not a neutral, because only the Alliance have that one. There are more Horde, excuse me, what? There are more Horde quests. It'll take us a little longer to do Horde. I should start that tomorrow. I'm really trying to get back onto a good schedule with this. The next couple days should not be anything bad happening. And then I'm going to get a week off of work. After that, 2 more days. And I get a nice little week-long paid vacay. I might have to do a little bit of work from home. It depends on how much I can get done over the next couple days at work. That'll be nice. And, okay, yeah, so I'm trying to manufacture some more. I actually love this zone. I think it's super, super cool. So why don't we talk a little bit about that? There is, considering this is a lore show. So this is the Swamp of Sorrows. It is, in many ways, and I think probably even if you want to go technically, this is the oldest zone in World of Warcraft. In Warcraft, period. So this is the swamp, first of all, that housed the original Dark Portal. Or the Dark Portal, I mean, came... So if you look at the larger map, the Dark Portal is right down here. So the orcs poured out of that, and this is really the first land that was kind of sort of inhabited that the orcs hit up. So as the orcs poured forward, I mean, you know, those blasted lands, they had nothing there. That was just trash. There's not a lot of anything. But as they get here, they start encountering patrols, and you have your first level. As they built Starnard is the first like real big base you're building in Warcraft Orcs and Humans. If you play the Horde faction. So if you play Horde, this is the first zone you'll go to, and this is basically the first spot. In a couple of the books we read, the Dev talks about, or some people talk about going through the portals and sending like I don't know, explorers or whatever, and this is the place they wind up going. Spiders are done, by the way. That was our last spider. So, pretty cool. Alright, Jaguars are now done. We just have one gator to kill. There it is. So perfect. So now we are about to be done with that one. We can go turn it in. Now before I want to go hit up this, but then before we end up actually going out to go do the escort quest and the crystals, I want to go turn this one in, because like I said, this one is actual... Oh, you know what? I missed. Picked up the... There's Noboru again right there. So he's not like a rare spawn or anything. I missed this one, actually. This should have been right there. We picked up the other one first, Encroaching Wildlife. I just don't remember if what the next step Encroaching Wildlife does for us is. But this, for Alliance, this zone really just serves as, hey, you can do a couple things here if you want. It's a kind of a borderland to the Blasted Lands. It does exist canonically, so there's a couple little things to do, but it's really just the home of the Sunken Temple, if that's what you're doing for Alliance. And it's the original OG, since the time orcs came. This has been essentially orc land, so it makes sense that there's just not a presence of the Alliance here anymore. Orcs have taken this.
The sounds of animals are now faint, more distant. Thank you, adventurer. Now let's hope they don't return. I was stunned during the attack by the Lost Ones, but before my sight went black, I spied one of our wagons being dragged to the Fallow Sanctuary, the Lost One village to the north. A caravan chest with valuable reagents was in that wagon. Reagents vital to the studies of the wizards of Netherguard Keep. Find the chest and get those reagents, adventurer. Get them and bring them to me.
Alright, so then that gives us Encroaching Wildlife completed. And that allows us to check that one off, and now we've got the Lost Caravan. So this is the next step in it. It sounds like it's in the area. Let's take a peek at the map. Yeah, over there. No, I lied. Up there. So it is. So now we have a reason to go up to this camp. That's the same one for the quest Ongeku, I think it's called. Excuse me. For which the Gelkis Centaur, I believe, or maybe I don't remember actually if it's Magcar or Gelkis. My gut says Gelkis, but I'm not 100% sure. There he is, Noboru the Cudgel with his 2 minions. What are we? We're 45. We're doing good. We are 1 level also away from having to do... we actually have to do our fishing. We can do it while we're here. Let's see how long it takes us to finish everything else, but we can absolutely fish while we're here. And then next level at 46, we're going to have to go do the fishing for that bagel. Alright, let's see. Can I find a box? So they're like these boxes in the ground? No. Not there. Alright, so we've looked at 4 out of the 5. When we go to this camp, this is the only part of this that's kind of challenging. The Draenei are... They rule deep. Or not... Yeah, the Draenei. So going in here, getting the crystals, fighting these guys, those big blue things are the crystals. This is where the real... challenge. There it is. There's a lost supply. See, it wasn't listed on the thing. You're looking for these scattered crates to start this repeatable quest. Okay, so you go into here. This barrel is small yet sturdy. Its seams are sealed with a yellow pungent wax. Stamped on the bottom of the barrel are the words Quartermaster Lungurt's Netherguard Keep. So you can basically run around back and forth, doing that quest line if you want. And it's fine. Nothing will happen because of it. Like, you could just keep on going over and over again. And like I said, I believe you get some... I think you get some rep. I think that's the whole point of it. Rep. I don't think you get any other reward. It's a solely... He's fighting with a fishing pole because he's a fisherman. It's solely a rep thing. Alright, so now we're going to be getting... Oh, they run. Okay. You know? Alright, so other than that, it's going to be Driftwood, deliver the shipment. Galen's escape while we're here. Alright. Deliver the shipment, I think, is when we grab this. Now, is the Driftwood quest here? There is the Driftwood quest. There you go. So that's going to be the real last one that's an actual quest. The rest is, I think, going to be sending us all back to Netherguard. My bags, I can't believe my bags are so full. I mean, I guess we'd just get a bunch of crap. Alright, so I'm working my way in. We don't need to kill every dude we see. But we do need these crystals, and I do want to thin the herd out some. Because look, the guy's not even aggroing on. Then he did. I spoke too soon. Person in the chat, it's funny, they said, just think in only 6 or so more months you can cause panic wipes again in Gruul's lair by bringing along an ogre suit and yelling spawn when a group is taking too long to pull the final boss. That is actually funny. If someone ever like trolled someone and did that. This is what I don't like about these. This is why things can get dangerous here. I gotta save these stuns because that's the one thing that's gonna cause us to wipe, is the fact that they flee. That can cause some serious damage when we're doing the escort quest. I've lost the quest and I guess you can't really call it white. Look, there's another one right there. So there's pop up everywhere. So these little guys. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, I'm fighting 2. I just got. I don't know if that's curse. What is that? A magic effect? It's a rooting totem. Okay, I don't care about rooting unless they were out of my range. Okay. Alright. And there's a chest right there, even though my inventory is quite... Oh, fresh hardcore. That's why people are worried that they're going to leave for fresh hardcore. I mean, that's probably a valid concern. We gotta ditch some of this stuff. I mean, a hard spider lake. I should have gone to the... What should I call it? The... See, I really do need to clear some of this out because this guy on the escort is going to make my life miserable. There's so many guys and they're so hard to see where they're at. I think I'm right by there. There's the supplies for the wizards. I'm just gonna try. I feel like I'm pretty hardy. So, help.
Please help. These creatures are going to eat me. Help me out of here, and I'll give you a great treasure. It's in my camp in the swamp north of Stonard, but it's locked in a strongbox that can be opened through a trick that only I know. If you help me escape, I'll teach it to you.
Let us leave this place. Alright, good luck, me. Okay, so yeah, the problem is Homeboy here is gonna just go everywhere. Now, yeah, I was gonna say, will he help that? We need to basically. There we go. That's cool. I actually want this too. I don't know what he's gonna pull. Of course, he'll pull some. Yeah, he's gonna pull a bunch. So the key is to not let him pull too much. Oh, we just did.
Hello.
He's gonna die right now. Yeah, and I can't heal him either. So he just basically, now he just caused a wipe. He just ran in over there, and well, you could say I caused it, he caused it. He just ran and aggroed like 50 dudes. So that's the thing. Now we've got to get him to respawn. And while he's respawning, we can thin it out a little bit, but he just ran right into that camp and pulled the whole stupid pack. So. I mean, we're still in bad shape. Like, they're still attacking me. Just put a totem down. Okay, this is not this is not good, but okay, I need to get this guy. He's actually more damaging to me. Okay. Thanks. So we're waiting for him to respawn. This is actually kind of good because it's gonna let me, like I said, thin the herd a little bit. Ooh, that was scary. Alright, so let's go ahead and eat. I'll eat one of those Halloween apples. Why not? Drink one of these waters. So refill up a little bit. Oh great, rift trackers are coming in. Fantastic. I did get my well-fed buff in time though. Rift travelers, I mean. Okay, so, oops, can't eat that. I need to drop some of this stuff. Whatever, I mean, I can. Got a lot of scrolls, too. Guess I'm gonna ditch the clockless meat. Alright, so as I wait for this, here he is, he's back.
Please help. These creatures are going to eat me. Help
Okay.
me out of here, and I'll give you a great treasure.
See,
It's in my
luckily
camp
that
in
was
the
a
swamp
quick enough
north of
respawn.
Stonehard, but it's locked in a strong box that can be opened through a trick that only I know. If you help me escape, then I'll teach it to you.
Okay. So hopefully he won't go. There's Ongeku. Okay, so let's see if we can fight this guy. There we go, that was nice. Okay. See, the trick is, can you go, like, pull some of this stuff early? So now he's gonna run. And he's gonna pull that seer, too. And he just pulled this guy over there.
Good day to you.
See, he's getting whatever, but Oh, this little imp. I didn't see that thing. I mean, I knew he was there, and I was wondering where he went, but... Okay, so we did okay. I'm being generous. Okay, let's keep an eye on him. He's walking that way. Okay, that was really the hard part. Because there was a second half of that camp, but we survived. And we got our last crystal while we were standing right there, too. Okay, that should be good. I don't think there's even an ambush, but the fact that he goes... So I guess the best way is just go take care of that camp beforehand. That's what you should do if you're not a ding-dong like me. Now, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna fight a gator? I don't know. Yes, he is. If I'm under attack, he's gonna aggro this guy too, of course. Okay. 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 Judgment. Okay, he just poisoned stupid both of us. Well, I guess he tried to. Alright, so we fought a combo there. Galen Goodward. Goodward. Goodard? Yeah, that guy's coming for us. Oh, great. I'm glad you're here, because I need your help. Okay. Yeah, so I guess B8 ready to handle 2v1 situations? No. Because this guy can't. Man. I think we're close. We better be. Certainly running out of steam here. He's gonna fight that guy now. Yep. Help! Help! The beast is on me! Dang it, he got me with the plate cloud anyway. Okay. Stupid Lawson. That's why this... There's nothing I don't think that really populates on this. Like, no auto spawn encounters. Jeez, these people are so annoying. Go to the corner of my eye and it's just spammers. Alright. These people in chat. They're so I swear, WoW chat is both the bane of my life. This person says, my mom just asked if you can keep track of my weight. Too. She thinks I drink too many mochas at McDonald's and told me I should keep better track of my caloric intake last time I visited. That was right before she offered me a huge cannoli for dessert and gave me a box of chocolates to take home with me. And then... Oh my gosh. Why? You're gonna ruin my thing. Yeah, they're freaking fighting my dude. So that guy that ran off just made us fight a 3-pack. Luckily we were staggered a little bit. That dude running through here, we're fighting his trash right now. But at least it wasn't any of those casters with the imps. Like, that's what's really killing us. The casters, the seers. And then this other person says, it's less calories if you take the mocha rectally and it tastes better too. And then... See, he's running to go fight this other dude. Not even... No, 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 no. Do not go fight that horde. That'd been terrible. Still alive, hopefully. I wanted to help him out, but I also don't want to aggro that horde. And then it's and it says days better too. And then this other person says can vouch. He's alive. He lived. Alright, so we're almost to where Questy says it is, the end of it. He'll be like, oh, cool, you did it. Good job, man. Yeah, I don't love this. Thank you, Glee Contessa. I will remember you always. You can find my strongbox in my camp north of Standard. I'm guessing he taught me the trick? Says he whispers to Glee Contessa, the secret of opening his strongbox. That's not appropriate. You shouldn't be whispering to people how to... The secrets to opening your strongbox. Keep it under control, Galen Goodward. Alright. Here's his strongbox at his burnt out camp. We're gonna open it up. By the way, I should probably pick up... I should put that we pick up in... The keyhole of this strongbox is filled with black resin. It is impossible to open, but Galen told you of a hidden latch on the box's bottom. After a quick search, the latch is found. The latch is flipped, and the strongbox opens. Dang it, my inventory's full. You dirty rat. You dirty rat. Okay. Got him. So that was Galen's escape. We picked that one up while we were in there. That's a neutral. So we'll get the joy of doing that one again. Okay. Hooray. Alright, we got these two. Let's go turn in the Draenethyst Crystals. That's our third and final neutral. And I also... That ends the questing there. Then we are already almost done with this zone. We have a couple that we need to turn in back home. The lost... Well, we have the lost supplies. All we need to do is pick up the Driftwood quest, which is, I believe, sends us to the shore to pick up Driftwood. That's it. We do not have a place to vendor right now, so we're a little bit... There's Mithril, I could use that. We're a little bit low on those... on inventory space because of that.
It's too far away.
Yeah, it is. Way too far. What can I get rid of? Guess I can get rid of these spider mammals. Just don't have room, guys. I mean, I could use some of those scrolls too, but... Ooh, we're almost at 90 gold. And remember, I said the goal is to hit a level up, pay for my powers, and then when all said and done, be at 90. Although, actually, I don't have to do that as a paladin because we already have this mount, so I'm just going to save this money. Or maybe I'll send it my wizard's way because he's level 51 and I think I have like 15 gold. I'm never ever saving. It's never happening. I don't know why. It just doesn't happen. You have the crystals. Thank you, Glee Contessa. We are in your debt. 280 XP. That's right. That's awesome. I'm so happy about that. Yay. Okay, so we did complete all 3 of the neutrals in the zone. Okay, now the rest is to just finish these. We've done those 4. We've already done 1, so we're in the final 3. 2. This one's ready to go. That one's ready to go, and so all that's left is Driftwood. This is about where I wanted to wrap it, but with 1 quest, we're definitely going to go take care of that one. And then that's it. It'll be a wham bam, thank you ma'am, 1 episode. I already knew that Alliance would be 1 episode. Only for Swamp Bazaar. It's just such a short zone for Alliance. Look, I've been wanting to show you guys this. They've finally been giving me this. Thank you for your report. Players who violate our policies. We can't provide specific details. Your reports. So they basically just say, thanks, We're not going to tell you what we did, but thanks. You have the Wizard's Reagents, the contestant.
You found them. With these, the wizards in Nethergard may continue their work. I do not know what it is that they do, but it is linked to the dark portal in the Blasted Lands and is vital to the security of the Alliance.
Cool.
I owe you greatly, adventurer. An honorable heart beats within you, and now I have another task for which I humbly ask your aid. If I'm ever to reach Nethergard, then I must fix this wagon, and for that, I will need wood. Strong, dry wood, not the spongy, tangled wood of the swamp's trees. Adventurer, go east to the coast and search for driftwood that has been dried by the sun. Bring it to me.
Alright, this is the only other quest. So you have to go all the way to the coast, and then there's just wood lying along the shore, and we need to pick up 8 pieces. This area right here is where the Sunken Temple is, so, and we also have to pass by Stonard. Be careful, Horde base. They'll chase you around if you get too close. Do not sell me booze. Some people thought Zima tasted good. That reminds me, Zima is the first alcoholic beverage that I can recall ever drinking. This guy says, haha, Zima was great as a 16-year-old. Pretty much that tracks. I believe I was 13. I want to say in that ballpark range, 13 to 14. I want to say I was 13. And my dad is perhaps not the best role model. Unless the role that you would like to model is someone that has a very unhealthy issue with alcohol, other narcotics, abusing said items, and spending big chunks of his time in prison because of that. Then sure, you have something to model. But when I was 13, Zima was all the craze. That was brand new, and I had probably seen commercials on TV. I don't know how that had entered the 13-year-old zeitgeist of my mind, but Zima was a thing, and I sort of wink wink, nudge nudge, Dad, that sounds good. And my dad was like, basically, I don't want you. He was from an age, I think, where you could go and be like 12 or 13. You could be that age and just go acquire the alcohol on your own. I think that was a thing, maybe. And his thought was like, well, look, I don't want my son doing that. This is what I can speculate. So, hey, I don't want that to happen. So if I just straight up provide the alcohol, then at least I know I can observe him while he's doing it, and I don't know. I'm trying to basically play devil's advocate here for bad parenting of the 1980s, 1990s. So, but I will never forget it. He took me into a parking lot of a 7-Eleven. He bought a 6-pack of Zima, and I drank one, or part of one. I don't remember the details, but I did have a Zima. That was my first alcoholic beverage. So Zima will always have a place in my chronicles. I remember, like, not being overwhelmingly impressed. Just like, okay, I don't know what the big deal is. And it was probably light enough that, I don't know. I don't remember I might have only just drank like a few, maybe he only let me have like a few drinks off of it. Because I don't remember like any inebriation or feeling bad, and just thinking like, okay. You know, I was a kid, so whatever. But that's what Zima makes me think about. Oh, Zima. Don't drink underage, kids. It's a bad idea. You have plenty of time. Trust me. Plenty of time to develop bad habits. You have your whole life ahead of you. Don't start when you're young.
I'm out of range.
For the massive 14-year-old audience that listens to this show, I mean, I did talk to a kid the other day, one of my son's friends, that plays some World of Warcraft, but this is what they said was, my dad plays World of Warcraft. This is one of my son's buddies, and he had a birthday party, so I was talking to these kids when I was driving them from point A to point B. And so my son had told them about this show that I make, and then one of the kids says, "Yeah, I've played World of Warcraft, but my mom does not let me play more than an hour. I don't remember if it was a day or a week." She said, "My dad plays it, but my mom won't let me play more than that because she says she doesn't want me to get addicted." So that's one. I think it's funny because remember when that was a thing in the EverQuest age? Remember when people were truly worried about getting addicted to this game? Two, flashback to my past self when I used to play this game like 8 to 10 hours a day. Hey me, remember when you were pretty much addicted to this game? That was a thing. I did used to play the heck out of this game. But I think that goes with youth, like not just this game. What did you just hit me with? Magic out of it. Nothing I can do about it. An ink spray. Okay, so these two guys, we did all that good. We got 6 of the 8 Driftwoods, and it was all cool. Nothing bad. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this spotted yellowtail. Do I have a key? I need to make some. I'm saving that so I can make a key. I'll go make some golden keys back in town. Alright, we need one more piece of driftwood. We almost got them all. I do not want to fight more for it. I'm lazy. And the show is, you know, we're not crazy. We're only 10, 15. All told, we're going to be about 15 to 20 minutes over where I wanted to be. And it's still going to be relatively short episode by our standards. Probably just over an hour. Right around that hour mark. There's some Naga tortoises. Warcraft 3 nods right there. And that's what's cool about the World of Warcraft. By the time they got to this game, they already had 3 games worth of lore to draw on, and they could build so much more. And they did that. It's pretty cool. And certain things really just took off. Like, Murlocs were not a thing until Warcraft 3, and they were just really a thing. Like, just a mob. I don't really... Maybe some people thought they were funny, but that's a perfect example of something that had a small haha to it. Same thing with like gnomes and goblins, but they just became a straight phenomenon eventually. Alright, so that's the Pool of Tears for the Temple of Atal Hakar, which is just called Sunken Temple. We need to go turn in Driftwood. While we're running to do that, I think I actually forgot to mark that we got that quest. Okay, we turned in the Lost Supplies quest. So, or Lost Caravan, I mean. Lost Caravan, done. Pick up, and we're going to be done with that. So we go back over here. That's not done yet, but that is done. And then we're going to turn in this, and it'll be deliver the shipment and the Lost Supplies both turned in. Now you can sneak behind Stonard, so I'm going to show you the risky way to do this because it saves a few seconds at the price of risking death. So if you want to live fast and furious, then you do it this way. See, there's no guards technically on this side, but when we bust out, coming from this direction, it's less dangerous. Just try to stay away. Look, I didn't actually pull anybody. But coming from the other side, I just did it today, and I did it last time too. You can definitely pull some dudes, but that time was fine. Just hug the mountain wall. I came through okay. And that's it though. There's no more lore. There's no nothing. We basically mess around a little bit with the Draenei, and we've helped this guy. And his whole sole purpose was basically to say, hey, the Blasted Land's near here, and to really get us into the Blasted Land area. Did you find any driftwood, Contessa?
This wood is light but tough. Thank you, adventurer. It will work nicely. While I fix this wagon, adventurer, I have one last task for you. I have packed the most vital supplies saved from the ogre attacks. take them to Netherguard Keep. The keep is nestled in the northern hills of the Blasted Lands, keeping watch over the Dark Portal. To reach Netherguard, follow the road east. When it branches, head south into the Blasted Lands, then turn left at the next fork. Follow the road, adventurer, and be wary.
Yeah, so for Alliance, the only point is like, hey, let's say I came through here from Duskwood. Well, when you get here, one, this is a staging ground. You will eventually, at level 50-ish, need to be able to go to Sunken Temple. But other than that, it's just to expose us to the fact that Draenei exist on this world, and they came from Outland, and two, that Netherguard Keep exists here, and that when you get higher level, this zone is ready for us. That's it. Mana pots making non-prot warriors think they can tank for 20 years. I don't understand. Mage healer, you can cast Ice Block on any member of the group. Alright, so that's pretty good. What are they saying? I don't know if they're talking about Season Discovery. I don't think they're making real big changes to Era, but maybe on Fresh. I don't know.
What can I do for you?
Netherguard Keep always needs more supplies. Supplies to help our mages in their research, and supplies to keep our defenders in top fighting shape.
Be careful.
Do you have business with me?
What? A package from Biggs' caravan? We thought it, and he were lost. Thank you, adventurer. With luck, these supplies will carry the much-needed reagent, Azoran Crystals. Our stock is running low.
You have something for me.
Ah, thank you, adventurer.
Let's see what this
so
one
many
gives us.
supplies are lost from Darkshire to here. It's good to see that some are recovered.
See, it doesn't say what that does for us, but if you look, Stormwind Rept increased by 27, so 25 points. So you could just increase Stormwind, and I think if you max Stormwind, I think that will roll into other factions. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so I'm gonna take a peek in here. We're gonna, yeah, that's called Season of Discovery. Alright, so we're just gonna go in here, and yeah, that's it. So this is, that's it. We did it. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. We turned in Driftwood. We have another zone in the pipe, 5x5, because of the Alliance. We finished the entire Alliance. That's it. That's the whole stinking zone for Alliance. Wowzers. Cool, guys. I appreciate you all for watching, for listening, for tuning in, and tomorrow we'll start this tip on the Horde. It shouldn't take us that long either if you look at the list. Horde is pretty short. That was a total of 8 quests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about 3 times as long, but considering that episode was shorter than normal, I think it's really very probable we can finish it in 2 goes. Okay, everybody, I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching, for listening, tuning in. And please like, subscribe, check out the Patreon, check out the spreadsheet. It's all in the comments in the description episode. See you next time on Lore of Warcraft.